Now, the latest series of the ironically named I'm a Celebrity, because
There are a few.
Well, there's one, two.
We are a few celebrities.
Yes, we are a few celebrities. Get the rest of us out of here. Hit our screens last night. Matt Hancock isn't in it yet. He's being dropped in later, apparently.
It was said to be the most expensive cast to date. It's nice work if you can get it. All eyes were on these celebrities as they headed into the jungle last night.
Madam Showbiz reporter Stephanie Takyi is here.
Good
Oh,
morning.
I love this surprise from Monday.
Oh, my gosh, I was glued in last night.
What did you make of it all?
It was definitely an action-packed first episode. And, you know, they wasn't even settled in slowly into the camp. Like, already we saw 3 people, including Charlene White, doing the Walk the Plank challenge, where they had to walk off a 32-storey tower tall block, which was quite terrifying. We saw Olivia Atwood and Chris Moores having to jump out of an aircraft at 10,000 feet sky high. Boy George, it was hilarious. He was in a dinghy having to sail his way to the island. So it was quite action-packed. But I feel like it's the calm before the Matt Hancock storm, because he's due to come in later on this week. And none of the campmates know he actually will be coming in. And he'll actually be coming in with Sean Walsh, who was a comedian he was caught kissing Katia Jones and Strictly. So I think they are definitely going to ruffle a few feathers. But as within any series, it's been all the controversy that the media have been making of the campmates. Like, for instance, Boy George, the man he falsely imprisoned and assaulted in 2007, has come out in a very explosive interview with The Mirror saying that, you know, if that was a woman who had gone through that situation, Boy George would not be on the show. So I don't know if that's going to dampen his popularity, but I
mean, look, he's had so many controversies. He's been to prison. He's done his time for drugs in the States and community service, and then he was caught for this particular incident and all the rest of it. But he's just one of those celebrities where, for whatever reason, it just bounces off.
It does, and it's not like that with every celebrity. And to be honest, I think Boy George has owned his mistake with this situation. It doesn't make it right, but clearly this male escort has been left traumatised by the situation, and he's going to use this as a chance to speak out about it. In terms of Matt Hancock, it seems like he's having a bit of special treatment compared to the other celebrities. Most of the celebrities have had to do isolation with no access to their phones or laptops, where Matt has had special treatment, and he can use his laptop so he can speak to his constituents if needs be.
And he, reportedly, in the papers anyway, there's a suggestion that he might also get special treatment during the trial because he's suffering from trench foot from the last reality TV show he was on, which none of us knew about, including his constituents, which was SAS Who Dares Wins.
I keep on saying, like, this is Matt Hancock, the reality TV star, who's been doing the rounds. So, yes, apparently he did suffer trench foot, which is when the feet become damaged and infected after being exposed to cold, damp conditions. So it means that he might not be doing all of the trials, which will be unfair, because I can imagine the public are going to have a field day and want to put him up for a few trials, but he probably will do some.
It's quite interesting, because there were rumours were speculating that obviously he's done SAS, which is Channel 4. Which we didn't know about. It isn't out yet. And the idea was that ITV have jumped in to pinch him for this, to sort of, because he thought it would be a good racing winner, and it scoops Channel 4.
Yeah, well, because Matt Hancock said no. He turned down the opportunity to be on I Am Celeb twice, and then when it was clear that he didn't really have a position in cabinet, he thought, why not sign up for this? So I do think it's kind of a bit of a sign that his political career maybe might be coming to an end, and he more wants to do TV shows. And in an interview with The Sun last week, he says, don't look down on reality TV shows, because it's a chance for him to connect with his audience.
Oh, yeah, it's important to connect with your constituents via the television screen.
Look, quite aside from that, I suppose the joy of I'm a Celebrity is the winners that it produces, who aren't necessarily always the biggest names that are in there. It's often the people that the public fall in love with, for whatever that might be, the way they have to build relationships. It was Stanley Johnson and Georgia Toffolo was this huge surprise friendship which captured people's imaginations, people like that. Can you see any sort of natural relationships emerging already? already?
Already last night I saw with Olivia Attwood, who was on Love Island, and Chris Moyles, because she was selected as one of the VIPs for the first show, which actually wasn't nothing good, because it means her and Boy George will be doing the Bush Tucker trials tonight on air. But it seems like she gravitated to Chris Moyles, and he's had a bit of a story recently over the past few years with him losing all that weight, and she just said, you know what, we've hit it off instantly. So I see a little connection there.
Okay.
Boy George, it'll be interesting to see how he gets on with everyone, but I think he's in a league of his own.
Yeah. If he doesn't win just by being iconic, I'll be very surprised.
And will he be allowed to take makeup in as his, you know?
I think you only get 11 items.
He's been painting that jawline on for decades now.
He did mention yesterday, he was like, this is the first time I'm going to go makeup-free on TV, so he is going to look very different. But what's quite interesting as well is Ant and Dec have been facing a bit of flack as well for being on the show, because the animal rights charity, PETA, have come out and said they are complicit in the exploitation of animals, cruelty to animals on the show. So
Yeah, they want Ant and Dec to stand down.
They do, and Ant and Dec have been there for 22 seasons now. I doubt it's going to happen, but ITV says that all animals are treated fairly on the show, and they work closely with RSPCA and SW New South Wales to make sure everything's going correctly.
I was going to say, they're not going to give up a multi-million-pound contract for a couple of
And who
insects.
would front it? You know, I think people are so... we've got you two right here.
Oh, yeah, because they don't have to do any of the nasty trials, do they? They just stay in that fancy hotel. Yeah, it's tough gig back.
Oh, I did. Thank you very much indeed. Time to go, Ant and Dec.
Always a pleasure. Thank you, Stephanie.
Thanks.
See you again soon.